We don't see all the patients that were in car crashes. We just see the serious ones. And typically the ones we see aren't wearing their seat belts. The injuries can vary anywhere from just a few minor abrasions and lacerations to severe head injuries, chest, abdominal injuries, and quite life-threatening injuries. The likelihood of them having life-threatening injuries is much reduced when they are wearing seatbelts and they have an airbag. Motor vehicle accidents are the leading cause of death in teenagers, and it's a subset of the population that probably is not as aware that seatbelts can actually save lives.
Car crashes happen every day, whether they come into the emergency department or the more serious ones that get activated as traumas and we see as a trauma team. They happen every day. Injuries are a lot different when you're wearing your seatbelt. Unfortunately, a lot of those patients who aren't wearing their seatbelt never even make it to the hospital. The specific things we see range from traumatic head injuries, chest injuries, abdominal injuries, broken bones. It's very difficult. It's hard enough as a patient, but it's very difficult to have to tell someone that their loved one has suffered a potentially life-threatening injury, traumatic brain injury. They're never going to be the same again.
The crew out of this station had an injury accident last week. It was a head-on collision, and when they arrived on scene, two patients, one in one car was wearing his seatbelt, sustained minor injuries just from an airbag deployment. But the driver in the other car was not wearing his seatbelt from all indications and sustained some pretty severe injuries to his leg, potentially going to lose that leg. Seatbelts are there for a reason, and the reason is your safety. There's family members, friends, others out there who are relying on you, and so to take that few extra seconds to put your seatbelt on means a world of difference to somebody else.
Well, I don't want it to happen to anybody else because it's not a good thing. It's very traumatizing. I was on my way home from a softball game with my friend. We were on I-70 and we came over a hill and the car in the right lane in front of us slammed on their brakes and we had to swerve to miss. So we swerved into the median and went straight into the ditch and rolled like 4 or 5 times. I crawled out the passenger window and was like yelling his name, trying to find him. And I found him laying in the ditch. It was like face down, unconscious, about 10 feet away from the car. And I saw my phone light up in the grass, and it was my mom. She's calling me because she's right behind us and saw it happen. He was ejected from the car. It was a traumatic brain injury. It was like really severe. He was like asleep for a good 2-3 months. His eyes are open, he's trying to talk and move, but he's not gonna be able to function like he used to. It's been hard because it makes me question things like the what ifs and stuff. What if it was me and not him and stuff like that. He's still in a hospital a year later and I'm here talking. I'm a perfect example of what a seatbelt can do and how it can save a life. And there's really no good reason to not wear it.